All right, what's going on, everyone? How's it going? This is Courtney and Javon back here at Life and Transitions Experts Podcast. And if you've been following this podcast, you know we talk about and discuss some of those biggest transitions in people's lives and talk about how we can help with that, specifically when it comes to dealing with home and stuff, houses and properties. So people, our focus really is helping people navigate the probate process, as well as helping them set up the proper estate planning for, those life's challenges that come up, such as like aging or needing to find out how you're going to deal with long-term care. So when there's houses and there's property involved, we try to offer some very caring solutions to that. And even beyond that, when there aren't houses and property involved, we always try to help direct people in the right space, especially if they're looking for help in probate and help with estate planning. Now, I'm not an attorney. Javon's not an attorney as I know of, or a financial advisor or planner. This is just us sharing our experience, our time, and everything. Before I move on, though, Javon, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm cool and feeling good, feeling great, living in the moment, loving the moment.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful space, man. And so when Javon, he's acquisition manager and inside sales manager. He's the person on the call talking to usually distressed property owners, because even probate and those spaces, those are forms of distress. But property, since we're trying to find properties and get them at a price that helps, that's at a discount, and we try to solve a lot of problems as a result. He's the gentleman who qualifies the leads. Kind of lost my train of thought there, but I think but yeah, he's a gentleman who qualifies the lead. Oh, but we want to talk today about what's the difference with talking to a probate lead versus other type of leads. And leads, that even sounds a little cold when it talks about probate and all these things, because these are really human beings. And Javon and I really try, when we have conversations with folks, to realize and recognize that it's a human being we're speaking to. But I do want to talk about some of the just quick nuances. So this will be a brief introduction to the difference between having conversations with folks. Now, I'm not going to go into exactly what probate is, just a good overview. Almost in any state, and really in the world, but any state have various probate laws, and most of them, some of them overlap. But the essential thing is, if you pass away and there is assets in your name and there is debt that you owe, then your property or your estate has to go through probate so that it can be closed out. And quite often the probate process is very lengthy. The probate process can be very expensive depending on the size of the estate, and everything needs to be taken care of when it comes to paying for attorneys and representation, or even without an attorney, you're filing all these, every stage, there's filing fees that's based on the cost of the probate, and that's expensive, and it's public. So it's public knowledge. So if you're trying to have any immunity or any protection of your estate's or that estate's business, it's going to be out there. There are definitely ways that you can avoid the probate process, and definitely reach out to us and we can point you in the right direction to help you there. But I highly recommend that folks figure out how they can avoid the probate process. And so Javon, when you are speaking to folks, what type of folks do you normally speak to? Like, what type of sellers? What's usually their situation?
A lot of the times, honestly, a lot of the people that I usually talk to, they are already in the position of where they're like, I want to get rid of this property.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, most of them are really already ready to, kind of move on.
Right. And the thing about it is, I don't mean to be like a bait and switch, but really, when it comes to how we have a conversation with probate leads, when it comes down to like when you start talking about the property and you've discovered that there's real estate involved, the conversation really is very similar to what you're having now. You're trying to discover the pain, trying to discover what that pain means to their life or their desires, and what that desires, getting that fulfilled means to their life. And then we see, do we have a match? How can we match it to their pain? We don't come in trying to say, hey, we can buy the property as is, 30-day close, all this stuff, because we don't know what the heck they want. We don't know if that's what they want. We have to listen to folks. Even if we feel like we do know what they want, we have to come in with big heart, big eyes, big ears, and really listen to what they need. But the initial conversation is a little different. So, hey, Javon, just real quick, just pretend like I'm just I guess a cold call, and we'll just do your quick intro, the first 30 seconds or so. So I'm gonna say hello, and you just greet me. Ring ring, hello.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Javon. I'm with the State Pro Services. I'm actually giving you a number a call, hoping to speak to the owner of 123 Main Street. Is he available?
This is him. Yeah.
Okay, how you doing? And again, my name is Javon with State Pro Services. Reason for my call today is I'm actually just giving you a call to see if the property 123 Main Street is actually available for purchase at this time.
All right, we'll stop right there. All right. Also, that's you get into your unique sale proposition a little quicker, different. You're going straight to, hey, just calling you about the property, and we'll see if you're interested in selling it and all. Right. So that's
Right.
when you're talking to almost every lead. And there are some people who approach probate leads like this, and that could actually work. So when someone actually files for probate, they go down to the courthouse and file for probate, that usually does indicate that they are ready to move forward. And the unique thing about probate is that someone just passed away, and usually it's a loved one. So that's why a lot of people are kind of weary or feel like, oh, this is a challenge to have these conversations. But we got to remember, these folks are at least in some emotional and mental state where they're like, okay, I've at least filed probate, so they're ready to move forward with some type of thing. So it's not like we're reaching them like right at the at the hospital where they're notifying or identifying the deceased or at the funeral, stuff like that. We can assume. So there are some people who just literally approach just like that, don't even act like it's probate. And that works for some folks. But I found, shout out to Chad Corbett, Probate Mastery, folks. He has the top training for learning how to do probate. Shout out to Bill Gross, who does a great job of sharing a lot of content as well on Probate Weekly. But these are the folks that I'm really learning from, and they're and all the leads. Shout out to all the leads. They are an amazing group. Chuck and Bruce and all those folks over there, Tim, they're amazing. So there's resources out there for you to learn how to do probate in a way that's, I feel, more effective. And this is the way I've learned, is to approach it from a concierge type of service or space. So when I say concierge, it's like, you go to the hotel, the concierge, he, she, they are going to be able to help you, point you in the right direction, whatever you need. They're not the ones that are the masters or the experts of that, but they know how to point you in the right direction. And so far as probate, that's how we approach it. That's how I approach my probate leads. I contact them as a resource. And I don't even really have a script. I just contact them, letting them, hey, this is Courtney. And I try not to use a State Pro service that much, because nobody really gives a care about that. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even want you to kind of remove that from the distressed sellers too, because I just want to sound like the person next door who's trying to help. But I also want to have a little bit of authority. So sometimes people get a little distracted by that. You sound very you sound a little more like business-like as opposed to the person next door. But a good thing about your tone, though, is as you can keep talking, Javon, it automatically comes out, your friendliness and your connection, especially when you get. So the approach is a little different. So you see this wheel over here on the right. This is like the services, all the things that are going to be that someone who's doing probate may need to deal with. And I don't say all these things yet. But this is simple how I approach folks. Matter of fact, Javon, can you bring me in, and I'll just pretend like I'm calling.
All right, cool. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, wait, you gotta say hello. I guess my bad. You say hello, my bad.
You're calling?
Yeah, I'm calling you. I'm calling you.
Okay. So I guess ring, ring, ring. Hello.
Hi, I'm Javon. Hey, hi,
Hey.
this is Courtney. Sorry to call you a blue light here, but I actually work with the Durham County State Office and helping families who are going through the probate process. And I see that you have a probate case, and we're just calling to see what challenges you may be going through that we may be able to help you with, point you in the right direction. What's one of the biggest challenges you have right now that you might need help with?
I guess getting rid of the property, selling it for the right price.
Oh, damn, that would be lovely. If that person says that next, that's awesome. But usually usually they'll say, who is this? And you may have to explain again, because it's such a new type of service and approach. And then some folks will say, oh, wow, great. That's that's great. And they may just share what's going on. Well, no, we don't have any issues except for just trying to deal with this insurance. Or no, we don't have any issues. Just I literally had the first couple of people I spoke to said we don't have any issues, just trying to sell this property. And I'm like, oh my goodness, And most of the people I speak to actually don't have property involved, even though a lot of folks do. But I still want to be able to serve them at a high level, connect them to whatever issue that they have, because that's the whole go-giver mentality. You help enough people get what they want, you're going to get everything you want. And there's still ways to monetize. It's not that I'm always looking to monetize, but that person may be your private investor in the future, or that person, because you sent them a referral to a financial planner, now that financial planner may be sending referrals to you. So there's always ways to serve and to give. But essentially, Javon, when you start getting these, making these calls, or these follow-up calls, you're like, hey, it's Javon, just giving you a call, State Pro Service, trying to help. Well, I don't even like to say State Pro Service until but hey, we help families navigate the probate process. What's on your plate? Or hey, just checking in to see how probate's going. It sounds like you guys are doing okay with it, but is there anything that you may need help with? What do you need? Not is there, we assume there is. What is it you need help with today?
Okay.
And if they say no need for help and all that stuff, that's when I generally on the phone. Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, well, before I let you go though, it's almost like an afterthought. Before I let you go, I know usually there's property involved in the estate. Do you all happen to have property you might be looking to sell or need help figuring out what you're going to do with it? And then they'll let me know. So that's always at the end. I don't lead with asking about the property. I lead with what problems, issues, or concerns do you have in probate that we can help with? And then if they say no, we got everything covered, then I'll pivot. Cool. Oh, by the way, almost happens. Says, by the way, then is there real estate involved? Or I'll say, I would love to send over my website. If you know people who are going through this, I know it's a challenge. We'd love to help you. And so many people just love the help, they love that the service is here, so what are your thoughts on that, man?
I mean, I love the talk off. I love the way that you could actually end up switching it. Oh no, we don't need any help. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, while I have you on the phone, let me ask. Usually probate usually deals with some type of property. I mean, do you have property that you're looking to sell?
Right.
I mean,
right.
It's more like your approach is making them feel comfortable,
right?
To want to.
Absolutely, my bad. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And people work with people they know, like, and trust. And what I may also do though is try to add some type of value beforehand. And my website is value. So okay, it sounds like you got together. Great. Well, if you don't mind, I think this yourself. I'll just text you over my website. There's great resource there, a checklist, paperwork that's directly from the county that you may need, and you may find those useful. So I would love to send it over to you. All right, great. Oh, cool. Oh, by the way, while I got you on the phone, and then go into that. So, so the pivots are you've already added value twice, or at least once, with with offering to send over the website. Yep. And really, shoot, now I'm really digging deep, and this is like tweaking it. One thing I also been trying to do is like, I'll send them over a probate checklist or some resource. I'm like, okay, what's a good email address I can send you over a probate checklist? Now I have their email address, and I'm able to continue developing the conversation through email. But we're going to stop right there because I don't want to bombard you with all that, but we'll be digging deeper into understanding what probate is, and how we are able to support leads. But before I do get off, just letting folks know also that this is really the values that I try to embody when it comes to the approach to probate, really the approach to all the work, brother. So the heart, we're coming in knowing these are humans, being connected, empathetic, not trying to just impose our will or our thoughts on folks, listening, big ears, and then based on that, we use our head and really analyze and provide, some carings, options, and solutions. And whichever one fits them, if they still want to work with us, that's when we use our hands and get to work. So you see the heart, head, hands here approach to helping you navigate the probate process. Yeah. All right. Well, shoot, man. That's all I got. So I'm going to start loading you up, Javon, with some a couple of probate leads, and me and Javon are going to continue to go over this and just dig deep. And my job, and even your job, Javon, is to I mean, you don't have to know everything about probate, but you just shoot, you look at my channel, dog. But hopefully it'll help. But just because there may be questions folks have to ask. I stay in my lane. I let folks know, yeah, I consider myself a probate expert because expertise is a process, not a destination. And I'm committed to continue to grow and to learn. So I don't know everything because I call myself an expert. You know, that's just the title that Chad gave us, and I thought it was a cool title. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, my brother. Well, I got some probate leads. I'm going to be giving a call now, and I know you got some other leads. You're giving a call, and
Yeah, I just pulled everything up. I got a decent amount today.
yeah, I try to get you. I try to update some more, but I'll be updating even more over the weekend. But folks, if you guys are interested in learning more about probate leads, or maybe you have a probate that you need help with across the nation, reach out to me because Estate Pro Service, I am connected to a network of vetted estate professionals, and we can point you in the right direction. And if you want to have a conversation about avoiding probate, which is real, definitely reach out and we can point you in the right direction. And other than that, I'm about to sign off. You got anything you want to shout out, say, Joy?
No, not at all.
All right, my brother. All right, well, I'm gonna say bye to them and then peace out with you. All right, rising tides, folks. Let's see, did I stop that?